Let's go. And that was our stay at Aras Hotel in Sarikamish. And good morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the 7th day of our transcontinental Eurasian road trip. We are heading out of Sarikamish. We have 103 kilometers to go to Ani, the abandoned Armenian village, and after that the plan is to head to the border with Georgia, cross the border and cover the 200 kilometers to Tbilisi. It should be a 500 kilometer day. We have no idea if we'll manage to do all 500. Depends on the weather, depends on how fast we move, how many breaks we take, but that's the plan, to get into Tbilisi this evening, the capital of Georgia. It's 11 o'clock, we've set off. Weather is once again on our side for now. Yesterday the storm didn't look too good, so we had to stop in Sarikamish, but I'm not complaining. Aras Hotel was absolutely amazing for the price, considering you also had breakfast atop a terrace with a superb view of the mountains around us. I am not complaining that we actually had to stop in Sarikamish. It was a chance. It was a work of luck that we had to stop in Sarikamish, and honestly it worked out perfectly. But now let's head out of Sarikamish, enjoy the 50 kilometers to Kars, and then branch off to Ami and see the abandoned Armenian settlement of Ani. That's right on the border between Turkey and Armenia. We've been told that you can actually see Armenian border guards from the abandoned city. If you look over the river, that is Armenia, and you can see Armenian border guards. Hopefully we don't get into too much trouble, but you never know with us. And now that we hit the road, let's turn on the cardo and get some music blasting. Now for this trip, this cardo has been honestly invaluable, because I can listen to my GPS, I can listen to my music, I can intercom with Marius if I want to. It's been absolutely great. I absolutely love it, and I'm so glad I had it with me on this trip. And if you want to get your cardo for yourself, you live in Romania, check out Motomus, who supported me and provided this cardo for free. And if you live in another country, check for your local cardo importer and get yourself a unit, because they're wonderful units. They help you out on such a big road trip. They're invaluable, honestly. And now onwards onto the Armenian highlands. Once again the scenery amazes us with its beauty and its grace. Let's admire it as we slowly, yavash yavash, proceed to Georgia and Azerbaijan. What always gets me in this part of Turkey is, one, the altitude that we're constantly at. Almost every day we've been at around 2,000 meters or 1,500 meters. And second of all, how much far you can see in the distance, and how much of the terrain you can see. And it's not just at some points, no, it's constant. I mean, I can constantly see so far off into the distance. It just gives you, it's basically like riding on a constant vista. You constantly have something to look, to admire. And the roads are actually pretty good, so they're good for road tripping. You don't have to watch the road for potholes. You can just ride and admire this view. It's not just some lookout points or anything, it's constant. I can constantly see tens of kilometers ahead of me, and I can see the terrain, I can see the geography of the place, the landscape. Just look. We can see the clouds, we can see the mountains, we can see the field that leads to the mountains. It's a constant sensory overload riding through this part of Turkey. But onwards. Passport. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that was unexpected. The fuzz got us. Apparently it was just a check. Looked at the passport, looked at my driving license, and that was pretty much it. But yeah, first time getting stopped in Turkey. We've almost exited the country without getting stopped. Almost. But yeah, for the first time in Turkey, the fuzz got us. We're almost reaching Ani. Up ahead is cars. This was where we were supposed to make it last night. We didn't manage, but looking back at it, that resort that we stayed in was much more quaint and prettier and nicer than this industrial town, because it does look like an industrial town, to be honest. And I think it was the best call to stop there and enjoy the little mountain resort. But yeah, fuzz has been dealt with. We're free to go. Apparently our paperwork is in perfect order. And now onwards to Ani, another 53 kilometers to go, and then we will see the abandoned Armenian village. Let's go. Oh yeah, one more thing that I find funny about being pulled over right now. So the officer asked for my passport and my driving license. So he wanted to know if I've entered Turkey legally and if I was legally allowed to drive a vehicle on public roads. Well, what he did not ask for, and I offered it to him and he said no, was the documentation of the scooter, Donnie's paperwork. He didn't care if this scooter is legal or insured to drive on their roads. All he cared was if I was legal. He didn't care about the vehicle I was riding. So this could have been a stolen scooter. He wouldn't have cared. And welcome to Cars. Spelled with a K. K-A-R-S. I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced cars, but meh. It is what it is. Yeah, it looks like an industrial town. Nothing touristy. Apartment buildings, factories. Over there's a factory. Buses. Another factory. Yeah, we made a great call stopping where we did. Karayolları Bolje Müdürlüğü, I think. It's not that easy to pronounce Turkish if you don't know the language. We are getting close, and if I'm not mistaken, what we can see out in the distance, those hills far away, that should be Armenia. Because we're 24 kilometers away from Ani, And Ani is smack dab right on the border. So if I watch the road, Ani should be right over there. Let me see. Right over there. And the mountains in the foggy distance, though, that should be Armenia. Too bad the border between Turkey and Armenia is closed. And I don't think I'm gonna have time to go to Georgia and Armenia and back to Georgia and to Baku. It's currently Friday and I have another 8 or 9 days of free time from work. And I still have to get back home to Bucharest, which currently Bucharest is over 2,000 kilometers away. So it's a long ways off, okay? It's not close. I still have to budget some time to get back, but for now, this is real nice. All these wildflowers look amazing with these colors. And this is it. We're nearing the end of this road because you cannot cross into Armenia because Turkey and Armenia are bickering. So tourist buses, oh, there it is. There it is, the abandoned settlement, the abandoned Armenian settlement of Ani. Hello. We have reached So this is the abandoned Armenian city of Ani. Entrance only 50 liras. Looks quite interesting. And we just found a biking friend. He pedaled all the way from France, mostly all the way, as he said. Oh, that must be like a cannon hole. A cannon shell might have gone through that thing. And this is the abandoned city. Couple of buildings, a church up ahead, remains what used to be a pretty decently sized Armenian village or Armenian town. It's very quiet here, very surreal. Can barely hear anything. Now, I didn't brush up on my history on Ani, but according to this is the fire temple, and it's supposed to be around 2,000 years old. So the patron is unknown. It is the oldest surviving religious structure in Ani. It was planned baldachin with 4 columns. After the adoption of Christianity, the structure was converted into a chapel by the insertion of curved walls between its 4 columns. There are some buildings around the undetermined function. Nice. A pretty old, probably 2,000-year-old church left in the city. I don't know, some kind of watchtower. And if we look in the distance, that is Armenia, and that is an Armenian watchtower. So everybody wave to the Armenian guards, because I'm pretty sure he has a sniper scope on us at this moment. Let's not get shot. I'm allergic to lead. I don't know if I've ever told anyone, but I'm pretty much allergic to lead. It's an interesting city. There's a fortress up there. And the vista from here should be pretty awesome. Let's check it out. Now, I would like to read something about this, but what is this? the church of something. Patron. Over 1,000 years old. And the view from up here. Down below, this is also part of the city. Somehow this was also part of the city. We can go inside. Let's go inside. 1,000-year-old church. Pretty interesting bit of history up here. I have no idea how high this is. So, we just climbed atop the fortress. Armenian flag over here. Come back here, numbnuts. Armenia is over there. The river is down there. There's a fence limiting the border. And actually, this ahead of us is also Armenia. So Turkey follows the valley. So this is Turkey, this is Armenia. And it goes round and round this fortress. And that's Armenia as well. Quite a bit of a climb here, but you can actually see the entire city. I mean, that is where the bikes are. Way over there. And we walked all the way here. Absolutely beautiful. Too bad Turkey and Armenia have to be so messed up in terms of politics, but Armenia looks beautiful from here. Nice. Well, that was it for our visit to Vani. It's currently 3 p.m. We're gonna hit the road and we're gonna try to make Tbilisi tonight, but I don't know if we can. Depends on how quickly we cross the border. It's 150 kilometers to the border and another 200 or so to Tbilisi. It's 354 kilometers total. It says 5 hours, but I don't know how fast we can cross the border. If we can cross the border in like 30 minutes, we should be fine for Tbilisi. If not, we're gonna stop probably somewhere en route and get a night's sleep. But visiting was great, and now let us hit the road. Let's go to Georgia. Georgia, sweet Georgia. It was an interesting visit to the abandoned settlement. And the way you can see the political differences between countries. I mean, we looked at Armenia over the hills, but the fact that we cannot cross from Turkey to Armenia is so messed up. I mean, seriously. We're just traveling, we're just trying to have a good time, so why do we have to put up with all this political shit? Why do we have to keep watching the borders? The political tensions between countries. Sometimes this just takes the fun out of traveling, especially here in like eastern part of Europe, western part of Asia, where it's so beautiful, the landscape is so beautiful, and yet you have to contend with all of this bullshit, basically. All of this bullshit about politics, about countries not recognizing other countries or shit like that. Borders being closed for some godforsaken stupid reason. It would have been nice if we could have crossed now into Armenia and from Armenia to Georgia. But no, we have to go to Georgia first and then try to cross to Armenia. Because even if we go to Georgia, we still don't know if we will be allowed into Armenia because we are from the European Union. We may get denied. There's no visa requirements, but we may get denied entrance. Why? Simply because of politics. Because as we saw, apparently Armenia is supporting Russia, and currently Russia is, you know what's happening with Russia. And us being Europeans from the European Union, we might not get allowed into Armenia just because we are from the European Union. And that is absolutely messed up. And the geese, crazy flock of geese, run geese. Right, like I was saying. So because of all of this political tension, we have to go to Georgia and then from Georgia try to cross to Armenia, but we may get denied. Our entrance may be denied just for that. For the simple fact that we are from the European Union. We don't require a visa legally, but we may get denied. But we're gonna see. We're gonna ride to Tbilisi. Hopefully, at least we're gonna ride to the Georgian border. It's 150 kilometers away. And after that, we're gonna see if we make Tbilisi tonight. Hopefully the border crossing goes smoothly. If not, meh, it is what it is. Also, I've heard that from Georgia to Azerbaijan, the border is closed because of COVID, of all things. Now, it's supposed to open on Tuesday. We have no idea if it's actually gonna open, so our trip may also be derailed by Azerbaijan. By Azerbaijan having their border closed because of COVID restrictions. The main thing is we're gonna try and do it. We're gonna go to Georgia, we're gonna go to the Armenian border, we're gonna try to cross. If not, we're gonna go to the Azerbaijan border, we're gonna try to cross. If all fails, we'll find something else to do around here. I'm gonna be pretty sad that I came all this way and not get to Baku. But it is what it is. The trip was magnificent up to this point, and it's probably gonna stay the same. What has made me very sad is I've seen how this part of Eastern Turkey looks. And I'm pretty sure countries like Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan are just as beautiful as this, but once again, because of political bullshit and people having nothing else better to do than fighting each other, it's very hard for us to visit those countries and get to see our beautiful planet. That's a crime against humanity in my book. I'm sorry, that's a crime against humanity. Politician and politics fucking up everything. Alright, but enough about that. Let's start our ride to the Georgian border. At least Georgia is friendly. We know that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna welcome us with open arms, and the Georgian people, I'm pretty sure, are gonna be absolute legends in terms of hospitality. So, let's get cracking, crunch the miles, and let's get to Georgia. Come on, Donnie. The trip ain't over yet. It's just getting interesting. So we're about 60 kilometers away from the border with Georgia, and we are making a proper run for the border because border to Georgia should be somewhere around there. And look what's to our left. A proper storm cell has formed and it's pouring down with rain. And we do not want to get caught in it. We want to get off the plains, down into the valley. That's one gnarly storm cell. It's properly chucking it down with rain over there. So about 60 k's to go. We are making a run for the border. I would be making a faster run, but this part is uphill, and at over 2,000 meter altitude the engine is starving for air. So yeah, the caveats of going with a 12 horsepower scooter: you need your patience with you. But we'll get there, and we'll probably miss the storm, unless another one forms over there, which it very well might. Now I don't know why the GPS routed us on this road, but that's one bloody big lake. And unfortunately, almost in every direction that I look, I see rain. Whoa! Crazy birds. But anyway, we're pushing hard. We're making a proper run for the border. We want to get across the border quickly and then punch it to Tbilisi. I really want to be in Tbilisi tonight. Although it would be fun to sleep somewhere in Georgia along the way to Tbilisi, to be honest, I want to be in Tbilisi. Because we're going to spend probably 2 or 3 days in Tbilisi, and I want to get there already and get comfortable, get some laundry done. All the cows, they're done eating for today. Yep, that's one bloody big lake. Oh yeah, and this road is mainly deserted. So basically I can ride on whatever side of the road I want. Just be mindful of the potholes. About 40 kilometers left to go. Let's do this. Come on. Turkey just keeps delivering and delivering. Landscape after landscape. I don't know how we found this road, but it's beautiful. It just runs around the lake, and I think Marius has found an even better one, because from what he told me, he's somewhere there on a dirt track. Can't wait to see the footage from his part of the road. On the tarmac part, it's gorgeous. Mountains in the distance, big ass lake. Cloud cover, not too happy about that. But otherwise things are running smoothly as we run for the border, heading into Georgia. Only a couple more kilometers left until we hit the border. Let's see how quickly we can get past. And what I'm seeing up ahead doesn't make me too happy. Georgia is straight up ahead and the clouds are black. I may have to get some of my gear on me, because it's getting very chilly indeed. The altitude does not let off. 2,000 meters all day long. I have to take it slow in these corners because there's a lot of gravel on the tarmac, and I don't want to mess up here. Not here, especially not now. It's late in the day, we're trying to get the border. I don't need any mishaps right now. But then again, I also make some good time. It's a balance. It's a balance of how hard you push and when to call it quits. Like heading into Tbilisi today. We're gonna try, but we're not 100% sure we're gonna make it. And that's not a bad thing. If we don't make it, we don't make it. We stop somewhere, get a hotel room, and ride tomorrow into Tbilisi. If we can't make it today, then we'll make it today. We've made some decent time across Turkey, and so... What a... Sheep? Mountain goats? What are these? What an amazing bit of deserted road. Again, you won't find this in any tour guide. Oh no. Beautiful. Let's go. More of this to come, hopefully. We've hit a little settlement and GPS says we need to turn right at the next intersection. We should be very, very close to the border. I'm estimating about 15 to 20 kilometers to the border. Let's see, right here. Yes, you can see it in yellow. Gurchistan, or Georgia as we know it. Gurchistan to the right. Let us go to Gurchistan. Turkey is putting up an awesome fight with its landscape and with its climbs. Poor Donnie. I'm pretty much done with constant climbing. Over 2,000 meters altitude again. Come on. Tbilisi is at 300 meters altitude. We're just 200 kilometers away. When are we gonna start going downhill? I want some downhills. I want get some speed going. That's just about the only disadvantage of using such a small engine scooter for such a road trip. The weight of the bags and the weight of the rider. Oh, bloody hell. That may be Georgia. Oh, I see a huge queue of trucks. That must be Georgia. Oh well, let's go. We were hoping for a quick pass through the border, but we might not be so lucky. But at least it's downhill. Come on, Donnie. Oh, easy boy. No wonder it's so cold. We were so damn high. There it is. There. That must be Georgia. And the humongous queue of trucks has to be the border crossing. Let's hope it's just the trucks that wait and not us. Well, this is it. We're getting to Georgia. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Military Man. They are building a new road into Georgia with a tunnel that crosses underneath the mountain. It wasn't ready at the moment, so we had to climb over it, but it's behind us now. Oh great, it's a two-lane road. That means we can easily pass all the truckers and get to the border. Let's get to the border. Well, this line of trucks has been going on and on and on and on for the past 5 kilometers. I don't know how far the border is, but... and they are double queued. So, I feel sorry for them. Okay, now they're back in single file. But I feel sorry for them how much they have to wait here, probably a day or two. There are trucks from Iran, Belarusia, Russia, Azerbaijan, and I don't know what else, but those are the main countries that I have seen. Pretty old trucks, pretty beaten up, and yet they still use them. Hopefully the border is close. There it is. There it is. There's the border. unarmed military guard. That's what you like to see when you come to a border. Machine guns. And the border. I think this is where we wait. Yes? Welcome to Georgia. We still have to get our documents stamped and then we're in. Well, that's it. Welcome to Georgia. We're in. We are in Georgia. Now we have to get insurance, road insurance, because our insurance is not good for this country. The insurance policies that we have are good for Bulgaria, Turkey and Azerbaijan, amazingly, but for Georgia they're not. But 100 meters up ahead there's a fuel station where we were told we can buy insurance. So let's quickly go there, get some insurance, and then we'll hit the road for Tbilisi. We're in Georgia, yes! Come on, Donnie! We made it to Georgia. A chevron. All right, let's get insurance. That's it. Insurance done. Hotel is 202 kilometers away. GPS says we'll be arriving at 10:30. It's chilly. It's late. I'm hungry. And I don't care. I'm in Georgia, boys. We've hit Georgia. Georgia, sweet Georgia. Let's go, Donnie. Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy. Took me from Bucharest all across Bulgaria and all across Turkey. And now we're heading into Georgia to Tbilisi. What a day, what a trip. If you want to know what euphoria feels, do something like this, because this is euphoria right here. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Let's get into Georgia a little bit and see how Georgia looks. I'm really curious. Is it mountainous? Is it, at least this part, the road from here to Tbilisi, is it mountainous? Is it plains? I have a feeling it's gonna be hills, and mainly downhill, considering we're at 1800 meters altitude and Tbilisi is at 300. I'm hoping it's downhill. We're good for fuel. We might actually be good for fuel all the way to the hotel, but I think I'm gonna stop and top off at one point. But until we have to stop and top off, it's time to give it the beans and get to Tbilisi and get ourselves into a hotel room. I've already booked a hotel. Marius has booked another hotel because the one he booked had only one room available, and when I tried to book, it was all sold out, so I got another one right next to him. We travel together, but at the hotel we like our privacy. Anyway, hello Georgia, and thank you for having us. Now let's go see what Tbilisi looks like. But first, let's see how the road to Tbilisi looks like. Now, unfortunately, we're not gonna see much of Georgia because I kept wondering why the GPS said 2 hours of travel time, and we're gonna arrive at 11:30, and it's currently 8 o'clock. 2 hours and 11:30 from 8 o'clock, that's not right. Well, Georgia now that I remember, is actually in a different time zone. It's one time zone back from Turkey, Bulgaria, and Romania. So going east, we are losing sunlight. The further we go east, the more sunlight and the more time we lose to time zones. So although my clock is showing 6 minutes to 8, actually here in Georgia it's 9 o'clock. And the sun has well and truly set. And darkness is upon us. We still have 166 kilometers to go. We are going to ride into the night. Our hotels are already booked. There's no turning back. So it's gonna be a night ride. Hopefully it warms up a little bit because it's currently 11 degrees and I have everything I can on me. It's good now. Hopefully it doesn't get any colder than this. But yeah, this is Georgia. Now if the road stays this quality, it's superb. Because if the first few kilometers after the border, the road got extremely crappy. But this is as good as a highway for me. I can keep 90-95 kilometers an hour, except going uphill, of course, without any kind of trouble. Hopefully the road stays like this quality, and we can be in Tbilisi in about 2 hours. It's a long day today, but we're gonna stay 2 days in Tbilisi, so we have enough time to recharge our batteries. I don't know how much I'm gonna film because probably in about 20 minutes it's gonna get pitch black. And the GoPro is not stellar when it comes to nighttime recording. But that's life on the road, I guess. Sometimes you ride at night. It's a good thing. Both the NHD and my Symphony SD have LED headlights, and it's not a problem riding in the night. We can very clearly see what's ahead of us. We're not scared of riding at night because of our headlights or not seeing where we're going. We just try not to ride at night because you basically don't see anything. You don't see scenery, you don't see anything when you ride at night. And the whole point of this trip is to see stuff. But now today it is what it is. We've seen a lot of stuff today, and yeah, we're gonna ride through the night and head into Tbilisi and check into our hotels. Into the darkness we ride. I guess you could call us night riders. But in all seriousness, this might be quite literally one of the dumbest things we do, because riding for the first time in the country where none of us have ever ridden, on a road that we have never seen before, it's not a highway, it's a back road, because there's no highway to Tbilisi. This is the road to Tbilisi, through villages, lightning storm up ahead, at night, in the cold. Let's say this is a ride that separates the men from the boys, that properly separates the men from the boys. Hopefully we'll make it there in one piece. I'm confident in our riding skills, and yeah, we'll check with you guys probably at a fuel station, because we are gonna stop for fuel and probably to warm up a little bit. But I hope we don't get rained on. That would be the worst thing and the last thing that I want. Rain. I do not want rain. It's bad enough for riding in the dark on a road we haven't ridden before, and in a country we've never ridden before, and it's bad enough that I don't need rain in my life at the moment. But I don't think Mother Nature is gonna comply with my request, because Tbilisi is up ahead and I saw lightning up ahead, and I saw on the news that Georgia is being hit with a lot of rain in the last couple of days. So it is what it is. Either way, we are getting into Tbilisi. Fuck's sake. Yeah, and a bit of a problem with Georgian drivers. They drive with their bloody high beams on. God damn it, you see me coming, turn off your goddamn high beams. It's bad enough I have to look through a windshield that's full of insects. Oh boy. This is one hell of a ride. One hell of a ride. I don't know what you can see from this, but this road just got extremely gnarly. We're both running out of fuel. The road is very twisty, very bumpy. But we're just 70 kilometers away. We can do this. But it's definitely getting the heart pumping, that's for sure. This ain't no regular leisure ride. This thing is getting the heart pumping. What we're trying to do is I'm keeping my high beam on and trying to keep a different line so we can light up more of the road. Problem is with the bike, when you lean, you don't see shit in a corner. So it depends on different lean angles. Maybe we can help each other out to see better. That's why basically I'm riding on the wrong side of the road at the moment until we see a car. What a day. What a day this turns out to be. Started off normal and now we are blasting through some mountain road in Georgia, 60-70 kilometers away from Tbilisi, running out of fuel, late at night. We're both tired and hungry at the same time. You always have to keep an eye on the GPS, because if you don't know the road, the GPS is your guide in terms of corners. You also have to look for the markings, see where the corner exits. It's quite tricky and complicated, and it's probably gonna give me a headache, but if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. I want to get to Tbilisi in about an hour tops, so we're gonna have to really punch it. I do have confidence in my brakes, I do have confidence in my tires. Rain has not started, the tarmac is dry, so nothing keeping us back. See, there's the exit of the corner, and now this is a hairpin. I bet this road during the daytime, when you can actually see the turns, would be absolutely awesome. But here at night, meh. Marius has fallen back. Alright, sit rep. We're entering Magliglis something or other. My fuel light is on. We have 53 kilometers left to go. We're hungry. I don't know if I can find fuel and pay with card, because all the fuel stations we saw were, I don't know, were crappy looking. And basically we don't have any lari, I think they're called, the Georgian currency. We only have card. So if we fuel up, we have to pay with card. And I don't know if those fuel stations that we passed actually had POSs. So a pretty interesting predicament. Marius is also running low on fuel. Is on his last bar of fuel. But I think he has enough to get to the hotel. I, on the other hand, do not have enough to get to the hotel. Once again, I'm real glad I have my fuel canister, because if push turns to shove, I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna get to the hotel and then fuel up tomorrow in Tbilisi. Alright, let's see, there should be a fuel station right here on the left side. Okay, so for fuck's sake, this is not a fuel station. Right, see, those were the kinds of fuel stations that we encountered. We'll see, we'll find a fuel station. All right, slight correction. Both of our fuel lights are on, and we're riding through a forest, a mountain forest, 50 kilometers away from Tbilisi. We can't seem to be able to find fuel. Apparently it's a good idea that I have the fuel can with me, because that should help us both get to the hotels in case we need to. But I have no idea what kind of road are we on that 50 kilometers away from Tbilisi it's impossible for us to find fuel, and we're in the bloody wilderness. I'm pretty sure this road is absolutely beautiful in the daytime, but now I just want fuel. Well, we have not found fuel. I'm 27 kilometers away from the hotel, and I'm past my 31 kilometer mark where I should run out of fuel. How far will Donnie go with what's left in the tank? It's anybody's guess, but he should clonk out any minute now. And considering we're climbing again, I don't understand the geography of this place. I'm 26 kilometers away from the hotel. There's no city. How can I be climbing? There's barely any civilization. How the hell am I climbing? Where is Tbilisi? Atop a mountain? And how come 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Georgia you can't find bloody gasoline? We've been riding 200 kilometers from the border to here and we could not find gas. Seriously now. It's not like we've been searching for the last 10 kilometers. No, we've been searching since we crossed the border. How hard can it be to get some gas? Apparently in Georgia, very bloody difficult. Come on, give me a downhill. I want a complete downhill all the way into Tbilisi. I want to coast into a fuel station. We have to enter the city at some point, 25 kilometers away. We have to enter it at some point. What the hell? I really don't want to start busting out the fuel can at 10 o'clock at night on a mountain road. Like seriously now. Nothing that we read online even mentioned the fact that in Georgia it may be nigh on impossible to get fuel. But apparently it's nigh on impossible to get fuel. That's it. We're out of fuel.
Da, eu zic să spui ție, cunoști tu, cât are asta? 2 litri?
Do you have some problem?
No, we're out of...
I ran out of fuel, but I'm prepared. No fuel stations around here.
Yes. You need to go down in Bagedi.
Okay.
Near Kutba town. And there is diesel station.
Okay.
Thank
About
you.
15 kilometers.
15?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we are on reserve fuel. 2.5 liters in the tank. Now this will get me to the hotel without a problem, but the thing is I need to find a fuel station, fill them up properly and fill my fuel can back. We met two bikers, that's one of them, and who stopped and they asked, oh, hey, problems, and like the bikers said, fuel is a real problem here, so I need my fuel can full all the time. There's no ifs and buts about it. I need my fuel can full. Apparently finding fuel in Georgia is a problem. And somehow Donny seems to be running a lot nicer with the fuel from Romania, because this fuel canister I brought it with me from Romania. And he seems a lot more peppy. Okay, so Turkish fuel might not be that great. We're starting to get into Tbilisi. Now, seeing how people drive here, I'm getting the feeling that this might be a country where traffic laws are optional, because there's a lot of mayhem, a lot of people driving erratically. I don't know if it's true for all of Georgia, but it's kind of terrifying. It's not that it's traffic or anything, it's the fact that people don't care for the rules, so they drive however they wish. Some think they're racers racing up these mountain streets, but at least we get a beautiful view of Tbilisi up ahead. I don't know how much you can see on the GoPro, but trust me, it's a beautiful view with all the lights. And we found the room. It's not the best room in the world for 50 euros. I mean, this is the room. It's it. And the bathroom. Not bad. Although this sink, yeah. And considering I'm paying 50 euros per night here. Okay, Tbilisi is not off to a good start. Georgia is not off to a good start, from the crappy roads to the not being able to find fuel for 200 kilometers. What's up with that? To the chaos that is Tbilisi, to the fact that at a gas station you only have gas, no food, no drinks, no nothing. So basically all I have is a can of Coke with me. And that's everything I have until tomorrow, when I can actually go and eat something. And this tiny ass room. Yeah. Georgia's not off to a good start. It's kind of shitty. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow I'll change my mind. But for now, I'm not impressed. I would rather be back in Turkey, to be honest. But anyway, that has been it for tonight. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Until next time, as always, take care out there and ride safe. Goodbye. Google's already messed up the Tbilisi traffic light Grand Prix. Start! The fuzz is out in massive numbers. That radio tower is humongous. I have no idea what's going on there. Let's see where it bloody well takes us.